So we are on sort of the test world for the SMP. This is the server. I made sure to get everyone who's going to be at the start of the server on the whitelist, and I also made sure that I gave out the IP, so now everyone should be able to join at any time. We're not going to all get on it together, and this world is going to be completely reset later, so it's going to be a different world, and all of that. Right now only me and Iron are actually on the server. But I just kind of wanted to show off the world a little bit because I thought it was a really cool... Seriously? Okay. Well, anyways, I just looked at the world and I thought it looked really, really cool. I think it looks great. I wanna save this seed. There we go. I saved it. Okay, I'll stand still, I guess. Yeah, he's over there. You spawn like right over there at the ocean, which is kind of weird. But it's actually a really nice spawn. I really like this formation, and just this overall land I think looks really cool. So I want to kind of share this because I think it looks really cool. Hi. But yeah, so I mean this I think it looks great. Like, I really like this scene, just this environment, this seed. I think I'm definitely gonna I'm definitely going to maybe like I'll put the seed in the description, but yeah, okay, cool, it's copied. Awesome, because I think it looks really cool, so I guess we can maybe explore it a little bit. Let me just set difficulty like peaceful, so I don't have to worry about hunger. Let's actually go into difficulty, sure, and then keep in mind I'm not going to be. Oh, it's really dark now. Let me time set today. So I really like if you're curious, I'm using BSL shaders. Ooh, oh, that looks really pretty. Oh, look at that! Oh, it looks so nice. I love playing on servers because I can get whoa. There we go. But yeah, so ooh, this is a really nice formation too. There are so many really cool formations in this seed. Oh wow, I'm definitely, you know what, IBX Toycat does like seed Sundays. I'm not sure if he does Java seeds because this is Java, but you know, I might try sending this to him because I really like this seed. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, I really like the seed. Seed in the description. I really like it. It's really cool. So I guess I might as well, as I'm just kind of exploring it a bit. Maybe I could talk a little bit about the plans for the SMP. I know probably some people are sort of curious about sort of what I'm going to do for the SMP. This is really nice because you got like a lot of different biomes like really nearby. You've got like snowy, and then you've got like more regular. You know, you got a lot of really nice, you know, different like biomes and areas definitely around here. You got some coal right in the surface there. This is definitely really nice. And you got like an ocean, which is really cool. Maybe we can explore the ocean a little bit. But basically, sort of my okay, there we go. The chunks were loading. So, what do I plan for the SMP? Ooh, a ruined portal. Nice. Oh, this is this is a good seed. This is a really good seed. You get like a chest here too? Awesome. Yeah, this is a really good seed. But anyways. Right, cool. Say. Bruh. All right, let's go look at the Nether. Alright, let's look at the Nether. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the SMP. Basically, for the very start of the server... Ooh, right in a warped forest. Nice. Yeah, this looks pretty good. This really does. It looks pretty good. Definitely a huge fan of playing on servers as opposed to playing single player with shaders, because when I play on single player I get massive performance problems, but because the server is handling the bulk of the information, my computer doesn't have to process it as much, so I can play with shaders at a decent FPS, which is very nice. Because mostly it's just having to compute the information it's receiving, and you know, it's not having to compute nearly as much. But anyways, basically the plans for the SMP, for those of you who don't really know, I'm going to talk a little bit, I'm going to rant a little bit, I guess, sort of talking about it, just sort of exploring here. But basically what I'm thinking, what I've been planning, is that we're going to start off with like 10 people. Whoops. Let me TP to him, see what he's got. Oh, another ruined portal? Yo. That's pretty cool. Okay, this is a really cool seed. I really like this seed. But yeah, it's like this is pretty sweet. Anyway, so my plans for the SMP, I'm gonna stop getting distracted because I want to talk. Basically, it's gonna be kind of a factions server, but basically, so you're gonna let's kill ourselves so we can go back to the overworld, so it's a little bit less. We got a little bit less lava in our face, but basically, my sort of plan is to have it be kind of like a faction server. So basically, what happens is, you know, like there's very few rules, like bannable offenses, like a few basic ideas, like, you know, not being allowed to hack, like using X-ray or whatever, not being allowed to, you know, like don't bring outside problems into the server, don't bully people, you know, basic things like that. But, you know, it's like, other than that, there's very few rules, and basically, like, when it comes to crime and just thievery and you know, bandits and things like that, when it comes to the threat of chaos, sort of, I want players to have to handle them through in-game means. Keep inventory will not be on. There won't be any players in creative mode or anything like that. But you know, ooh, there's a swamp too. But basically, I kind of want players to be forced to can we speed up? Can we speed up chunk render? Ooh, we got some pumpkins, so that's nice. But I want to like sort of ooh, we got something cool over there. That's kind of cool. I want players to have to sort of Discord ping go burr. I want players to have to sort of work together to, but in order to really just survive. But basically, I want to kind of encourage players to try to create more like legitimate like governments, and try to create factions and groups that can kind of sort of work together to try to bring some sort of order. But not all of the groups, not all of the factions have to do that. Really, what makes something a faction is just it's a group of players that decide to work together. That's really all it is. There's not any sort of like process where you become a faction. You literally just get a few people together and say, "Hey, want to work together?" And it's like, "Yeah." So then you're labeled as a quote unquote faction. You can call yourself whatever, you know, a clone. You can call yourself a clan, a group, a syndicate, a empire, a country, a republic, a democracy, or whatever. You know, you can call yourself pretty much whatever. A kingdom, you know, basically whatever you can think of. You know, as long as you're not like using like a slur or the name of a political figure or something, which, you know, like politics and stuff is like real world politics. Like there's a difference between like saying having a communist faction and, you know, actually like say, I don't know, just like actually being based, like being literally just like communist China or something like that. Like there's a bit of a difference. So you can kind of use whatever sort of political ideologies you want, but as far as like actually bringing actual politics into it, that's sort of not really, like you want to fictionalize and kind of Minecraft-size it a bit. I know Minecraft-size isn't a word. I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyways. But what did he say? GP me to you. Sure. I'm just lying about. There you go. Anyways, so basically, and I made a video, which, I mean, I guess I might make that video public soon, but it sort of goes over some of the rules and sort of the basic server goal. But basically, I want there to be some chaos, but I also want a lot of groups of players that will try to work together to try to create sort of some form of order. And these, they can make whatever sort of laws and rules they want, but they have to enforce them through in-game means. So like, you know, they can't just say, oh, if you don't follow our rules within our territory, you're banned. Or like, let's say a rule is made so that you can't place blocks within a certain area if you aren't authorized. Well, you know what? You're not going to be claiming territory through like UI, through user interface. You're not going to be able to make it so that a block can't be broken. Like, let's say I'm not authorized to place blocks in this area by authority of Iron Malachi in his Kingdom of Space Raiders or whatever. I don't, just the most random thing. But I'm not allowed to break blocks in this area according to his authority. But I could still do it. So if I did break blocks, he would have to try to punish me in some sort of way. That would eventually, I guess, just lead to him just killing me and taking my stuff. if he actually wanted to, like, if I wasn't willing to cooperate. So basically, like, that would ultimately, because like in real life, you know, you can't just block a person from interacting with certain objects in real life. You just have to, it's like there are rules, but ultimately those rules can really only be punished through, you know, ultimately force, or just through not allowing people to get access to the tools they would need. But, you know, just basically players would have to find a sort of way of sort of basically dealing with that themselves, right? Players would have to find in-game means of keeping order. And that's basically kind of what I want for the server, is for players to have to find in-game means of keeping order. And of course, there always will be players who don't want that. But of course, I don't want absolute chaos right off the bat, which is why I'm going to keep the server exclusive to only like 10 players early on for like about a week. Then I'm going to start bringing in more friends and friends of friends, and eventually the server is going to be open to pretty much anyone who wants to join. But you will have to request to be added to the whitelist in order to be able to join. But that's sort of my plan. If you didn't know I was starting an SMP, then yeah, I'm starting an SMP. I also want to talk a little bit. I have gotten some questions about whether or not there will be stories like the Dream SMP and some of the stuff that's gone on there. And the answer is yes and no. That is, yes, that probably will happen, and I would love to see it happen, but it's not necessarily necessary as a part of the server. It's not the main... It's part of the goal of the server, but not exactly. The main goal is, it's sort of partially a social experiment, but it's kind of a simulation just sort of how groups and factions can sort of form and fight each other and not fight each other to a certain extent. It's to a certain extent I want to kind of encourage certain kind of things to happen, but it's like, it's not exactly like a strictly like scripted story, or I mean, I guess a lot of the stories on Dream SMP I think are probably like at least partially improv, but you know, it's like, I know I'm probably gonna get a few people that are like, oh no, you're saying it could be kind of like the Dream SMP. It's like you know, it's like, I don't know. Personally, I haven't really like watched that. I just know about some of that, but like honestly, like I think most people dislike the Dream SMP because they dislike Dream and the people doing it, but not so much the idea, because I think the idea of having sort of like semi-improv sort of stories with different groups and factions vying for power, I think we can all agree that's a pretty cool idea to see done in like a Minecraft multiplayer survival server. I think we can all agree that that's a pretty fun idea. So it's like, if you don't like the Dream SMP, I think it's probably more because you don't like Dream. So, which, you know, it's fine. It's like, everyone has their own preferences. So if you like the Dream SMP, if you don't like the Dream SMP, I mean, it's all cool. You know, that's, you know, it doesn't really, this is like its own thing. Which might take some inspiration in some ways, but more from like a conceptual perspective. And actually, I've kind of had this idea, I've been kicking around the idea of having like multiple, like having sort of a simulation of society with different factions and kingdoms and stuff sort of forming and waging wars and making alliances and stuff. I've kind of had that idea, sort of kicking that around in my head for quite a few years now, long before I heard about the Dream SMP. And I mean, it's not the craziest idea in the world for someone to come up with. I'm sure plenty of people have kind of kicked around that idea a bit, but I've never really done anything about it before. But now I want to, and I want to start the server, so we're going to be doing that, and I'm excited. So we're going to be launching the server for the first 10 players this Saturday at about 2 p.m. Eastern time. You guys don't really need to know the time, but shortly after that, probably within about a day, or maybe even later that Saturday, I will be uploading a video, which will be the first episode. So I'm excited to share that, and yeah, I guess so. This is coming up pretty soon. After that, we might. I know at least one other person on the SMP, Bonnie's Life, which I will link to his channel in the description below, does videos and streams and some stuff. So he might be recording. I'll ask him about that. I'm not sure if he will, but if he does, you know, you can of course watch things from his perspective as well. I don't really know who's going to be teaming up with who right off the bat. We're probably going to split into like 2 or 3 groups, is kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, so it's kind of that. I'm excited for this, and I hope you are too. So anyways, after the 10 players join and kind of get settled in for a little while, we're going to be adding in more and more players, and eventually it's going to be kind of open to sort of anyone who wants to sort of be invited, basically. So it's like, if you want to join, you can just say, hey, I want to join, here's my Minecraft username, and then you'll probably get added to the whitelist. Unless I like specifically know you and I know you are a horrible person or something, which you know, it's like the amount of people who I quote unquote know they are a horrible person is pretty small. Honestly, like, I don't know, maybe that's like whoop. I don't know. It's like I'm generally pretty lenient. I guess if you haven't done anything bad on the server itself, then I guess I'll let you in. Even if honestly, there's very few people. Like I can think of like 1 or 2 people who I really wouldn't trust on the server that I've met. For the most part, though, it's like honestly, I don't even know if those people play Minecraft. So it's like, yeah, I've run into my fair share of jerks on my time on GameJolt.com. For sure. Most of them I don't really remember. I don't really believe in holding grudges either. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But, you know, I definitely want to open the server up more to the public later on. But I don't want, like, a ton of people causing chaos, like, right off the bat. So it's going to be small early on. But it's going to grow as we continue. So if you're excited for the server and to see sort of how things go, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell if you want to. Statistics show me that over 90% of viewers are subscribed. I'm just kidding. But if you would subscribe, it would mean a lot. And click the notification bell. That'd be great. Even if you don't watch all my videos, that'd be awesome. It'd be great to get the support. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're excited. And I'll see you all next time. I'm out. Peace.